This week we are going to start drawing our snowman or snowman for this month. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw whatever kind of snowman you can think of and get as creative as possible as you want to be, and just stick him in an ice cream cone or a waffle cone or whatever you want to call it. Yours. So first, what we want to do is start out with the actual cone. And you can bring your cone down. It doesn't have to, you can leave like the tip off and have it off the paper a little bit. It does not have to start up so high. But you're just going to do basically a simple V shape. For your cone. And you're going to leave the top part of it open. And then, and just like we've been doing all year long, we're just using lines and shapes and repetition of our patterns with our circles for the snow. And so basically it's just review from what we've been doing all year long. And then you're going to want to come in at the top of your cone and start out with your snowman's body. So you would do kind of a circular shape and set it right on top of that cone. So run your line around and down, curving it back up on top of that cone. And your snowman can also be kind of melty, so it doesn't matter if your snowman has some differently weird shape, circular shapes, because an ice cream cone does melt just like a snowman. So that is entirely up to you how you want to do it. And I will try to find some examples of some melted snowman to put in with your work. And you look in your Google Classroom, or no, actually this would be Google Classroom. Now you can add whatever kind of clothing you would like. Just like I said, get as creative with your snowman as you possibly want to. But I'm going to go ahead and add a scarf in here. And it sticks out just a little further than my snowman does. So I wanted to go ahead and add it in first. And I'm going to bring the ends of my scarf out. So just basically 2 straight lines for each one, almost like rectangles. Bring them back down to a point, back into my scarf. Now I'm going to add my last section of my snowman inside of that ice cream cone. Give it a head. Now, I'll come back later for the rest of the details, But we're going to finish our cone. And our cone has a pattern on it. And your typical snow cone has your your square shaped patterns, almost like a checkerboard. So you're just going to bring some lines straight down. And then we're going to take some lines straight through the opposite way. So be sideways after we went up and down. Now I'm just going to add the details. So I wanted my snowman to have some black buttons. And I was going to just simply leave it kind of simple, give it some black eyeballs. What they used to be made of coal. And then use the same thing for the mouth. And then just color those in. Now I'm going to give it a nose. I'm going to give it our traditional carrot nose. If you can think of something else that you want to use for a nose, that is fine too. And I'm going to give mine some eyelashes here. And then just whatever kind of hat you want. And I kind of ran out of space. So I'm just going to stick a little small brimmed hat on there. Your hat can be square, your hat can be a toboggan. It is entirely up to you. Be as creative as possible with it if you want to. Come up with something different. And there we have our typical snowman inside the ice cream cone. And then you'll just need to add some snowflakes. You can either just draw some blue snowflakes or maybe color in your background like this one. That's up to you too. So no two snowflakes are alike. But first, with our repetition of pattern, just like we did here, we are going to draw our typical circular snowflakes. Just all around. And then you need to also add some little creative different snowflakes of your own, because like we've said before over and over again, no two snowflakes are just alike. So we get a little bit more creative with this one, add more detail to it. And just add some extra lines in there. And then another kind of snowflake. And you're just taking lines, basically, and crisscrossing them every time you do a different type of snowflake. And then adding extra little lines to those to just give it a little bit of flair and creativeness. We're going to do the same down here. And then just add a few more wherever we have some empty spaces. Do another circular one here with the lines through it. And once you have your snowman drawn in your snow cone, you can color it whatever colors you may like. You can just color as creative as you want to, and then turn it in. And that is our project for the week, a ice cream snowman.